This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi, Iyke, broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. And before we proceed, customarily we have to pray. We have to call our leader, Mazi to lead us in prayer. Let us pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration. Wherever you are, I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by Biafra himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Iyke, Iyke, Iyke.
In geography, is it wrong to go for freedom after due process, after due services, as the world constitution says? I'm crying to the whole world. Shall we die before the rescue? Shall we die before you fall? Shall we die before you come? no way for them. Do not tell the Rastaman who is saying the fact. If you tell the Rastaman, you are telling the truth. Yeah, man. Rastaman. Some say if you sing this song, they will chase you. Do not chase the Rastaman who is saying the truth. Yeah, man. If you chase the Rastaman, you are chasing the truth. Never harass a Rastaman who is crying for freedom.
Before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood. But they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. Ipob is very special. Exceptionally special. The largest mass movement in the whole world, bar none. And we did it because Chukwokika Abiyama is with us. We did it because Chukwokika Abiyama created Ipob himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am a Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
I'm crying to the whole world. Shall we die before the rescue? Shall we die before you come? Shall we die before you I'm singing my reggae, this reggae to the world. The poor woman rights activists, where are you? Rasma! I'm singing my reggae, this reggae to the world. 5,000 troops, you and where are you? These people that give my bill. Tell me the difference between fact and truth, truth and reality. Biafra is a truth, Biafra is a fact, Biafra is reality. Some say if I sing this song they will tell me. I say no way for them. Do not tell the Rastaman who is saying the fact. If you tell the Rastaman, you are telling the truth. Yeah, man. Rastaman. Some say if you sing this song they will chase you. Do not chase the Rastaman who is saying the truth. Yeah, man. If you chase the Rastaman, you are chasing the truth. Never harass a Rastaman who is crying for freedom. I'm asking the world. They are killing my people, the innocent souls. Oh my God, fast. Oh my God. Politicians in this country, their salaries are excessive. Not even good to mention with mouth. When the Babylonians were messing up, God say he no want them. They are pushing us to the wall. When Babylonians were messing up, Jebina, you say you no want them. Fire chase them upon them. Don't kill the Rasta man. Don't kill the truth. They say research on Nigeria. They say no way. When they say research on Nigeria, some say no go walk. They say research on Nigeria. Some say no way. No way, no way. Why stopping the people going?
Bring this until after the fast. So this morning, what I really want to talk about is I don't know, I have so many things in my brain. I don't know where to start. There's so much confusion everywhere. Everybody's talking now. Everybody's waking up. Some people are don't antagonize everybody. Anytime anybody joins Biara Potanobo, you know, that's the language Flavor likes to use, Potanobo. So you Potanobo, you are welcome. Everybody's crying. I'm seeing everything. There's one particular one that I picked up, one of our sisters, very interesting. She said things that I just said, you know something, I'm going to use this for my program this morning. Talking about the governors. And then I was also. I love what she said. And so Nigeria is gone. It's over. I go one day saying Biafra, and I said Biafra, I bet at 2020. Biafra is here already. I don't know which other way. I know that what people are expecting is go national anthem, declare Biafra. No. Oh, why? Because they are now debating, having their own meeting, left, right, and center. They want restructuring. We don't need restructuring. What we need is very simple. We have even given you, and there will come a time, even the one we are offering now, which we call referendum. Let people decide on where they want to go. But the time will come, there will be no room for referendum anymore. Why? Dialogue now that the man said nobody wanted to pay attention. Today everybody's shouting, everybody's talking. You know, anyway, there are people who are mad. This morning I just flipped it over because somebody sent me something and I don't even know why they're sending me that kind of nonsense. You know, at this time and age, if anybody's talking, that man was talking about his father went to war. His father went to, everybody of Ndu Tuanyi, and they our age. Everybody claims to be in the war. Yeah, we are not I know. We know how some of you fought the war, so just don't go there. We know how the war was fought. The history, most of us are not dead yet. We're still here to be able to testify. I know my colleagues are still alive. Most of them that I know, people that I even served under directly, who were my bosses in the army. Most of them are still alive today. We still communicate. Some of them are big boys. They are quite big. I know that. So what we are saying is, when you are talking about you know, in those days, there's funny thing that we used to talk about when we were younger. Every father, every papa they carry first. Any papa that comes home, you see, look at you. When I go to school, then first that they carry for where grandmama go call it for size. No man no more. Not even no book. They fail exam every time. And so the same thing. Most of us now, we want to take advantage of the war. I was in the war. Yeah. War. So let us listen to our sister before we proceed on this program this morning. So stay tuned, don't go away.
Biafra land is weeping. Ndibo are mourning. My condolences to those who lost their loved ones during this clash in Orlu. Mana, I just want to send this message to all the Eastern governors, Eastern leaders. all the, I am telling you, have you all seen the way the soldiers were running? Did you see how the soldiers were running for safety? Have you watched the videos or called people in Orlu and asked them what really happened to soldiers who were running for safety? Long time ago, there was a time when soldiers will be coming to kill in Igbo land, and they come with pride. Because they know they don't have leaders. They don't have people to support them. They don't have people that will speak for them. But did you see that this time was different? They were running for safety. They ran for safety. And that is the way, all of you governors, one day, you are also going to run the same way. Those soldiers were running for safety. From Russia to Korocha, from all of you, Hopu Zodima, Ifeanyi, Enugu State, Umai, David Umai, all of you, Iyke, you guys will run the same way those soldiers ran for safety. There will come a time where those people who have been enduring pains, who have been enduring this maltreatment from you, so-called governors, leaders, senators, those who are supposed to stand for them, fight for them, and you guys have been quiet and killing them, turned a Biafra land to blood-sucking land. You guys are going to pay. One day, you will pay. I am telling you, the hunter will be hunted. We will be watching you like this, running for safety, trying to hide your heads. The soldier never believed what happened. That something like that will happen, will ever happen. But now they are believing it. That is the same way people will rise. Even without holding guns. They will not hold anything, and they will rise in millions. And then there will be no place for you to hide. You will run and beg. You will call God and he will be silent. The tears of all the mothers, the innocent souls that you guys have brought the military and the Fulanis to perish in that land will stand up for justice. I am telling you, the hunter will be hunted. And those of you who still believe that you have leaders, who still believe you have governors, you believe that you have people who are fighting for you, it is better you wake up and defend yourselves. If you for decades, Fulani herdsmen constantly have been terrorizing, killing, raping, destroying the farmlands of the Igbo, of Biafra land. Have you seen any Eastern governor, Igbo governor, who have ever stood up and said, no, enough is enough. We will not tolerate this. It's unacceptable. We can't allow it to happen. Have you ever seen any? Or do you think they don't hear it? Or you think those things are not happening because it doesn't happen to your family? None. None has ever stood up. I have never seen any Igbo governor who has stood up for his people. And you still believe you have leaders. You have elders. You want to sleep. You are scared in your own father's land. But just wait and see. I am telling you this because I'm not saying it has started happening. Just keep notes. Rochas Okorocha, Ifeanyi Gwanyo, David Umai came Hopu Uzodima, Hanine. During election time, you see them in the north, prostrating, kneeling, licking the legs of malams, licking the legs of the emirs, the leaders of the northern side. The northern, these are their gods. They don't care if you are alive or dead. During this election time, because those gods they see, the Fulanis, which are their gods, they only take orders from there. If they ever support anything about Igbos, or help Igbos, or try to do what is right in Igbo land, their God will question them. And one, it can tarnish their image for their political career. That yes, why did you help Igbos? Which are your people? When you want to see these people, all these governors, all these elders, all these leaders, wait until election time. They are quiet now, not because they are not hearing what is happening. They are quiet not because they don't know that these things are real. They are quiet because it could tarnish the image, or it could cause detriment for their political career.
All right, that is correct, my sister. That is exactly why I'm playing this today. Our leaders, I don't want to use that word leaders anyway. Why do we even call them our leaders anyway? These are political thugs. These are people, thieves, ndush. People are looking for something in their pocket. They're not leading anybody. They're not leading you. They're not leading me. That name, that glorified name that we gave them, we call them political leaders. Leaders of what? How can you call them leaders? These are people that sit down there. They're massacring people. They're killing people left, right, and center. They're not talking about it. They're jumping from one party to the other. This is so selfish, honestly speaking. These people are so selfish. I'm telling you, they don't give a shit about nobody. All they're thinking about is themselves. Anyway, the chicken has come home to roost. They are coming home gradually. Gradually, it's coming near them. I know they've packed their luggages. All of them are ready to run. But the point is that, where are you going to run to? I live here in the United States. There are people that live in all the parts of the world. The real world. Even in African nations, in some Africa, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to sit down there and reap that fruit, that harvest, that crop that you planted. There's no doubt about it. I know most of you think you can run. You're not going to be able to run. I bet you that. I bet you. And it is even too late for some of you right now to sing on the other side, because, to swing. People are confused. And each day I look at it, I read the papers, I get so it starts sounding like it's fun for me, because I'm just wondering how you guys go to bed and sleep and wake up in the morning. Something happened in Sokoto. There's fire somewhere. Iyke just got up in the morning. Is it 500 million or 50 million, whatever he gave to those people? This is a man in the River State. There are young people, young graduates that came out of school. They have no job. How many times have the fire, burning of markets is not in news? Go to Onitsha. And Onitsha market is about the largest markets in West Africa. It's been like that for decades, God knows. How many times in a year does those fire, that place get burnt? Iyke will run to Sokoto. You see, these people, that's what I'm saying. There's something about them that I fail to understand. I don't know what is in their brain. I don't know how they are thinking. I don't know how they sleep. Yesterday I asked a question. Somebody called me and said, what do you mean by that? I said, because it doesn't look real. Look at a man who is claiming, an Igbo man who is claiming, I'm not only Igbo. As soon as there's fire in Sokoto, he is the first person there. And you know how much money it took the Rivers people's money. River State's money, River State have a problem beyond anybody else, like every other state. The first thing he's thinking about is taking money to Sokoto. As if that he has used the money in River State, there's nothing else to do with the money. They go to River State today. River State doesn't end in Port Harcourt. There's Bayelsa. There is Izoland. There's Okrika. There's all those places. No, his Sokoto market is so important to Iyke because he wants to be vice president. I don't know what these people are thinking. The presidency of Nigeria is one seat, Otuoshe. Even the vice self, what are you going to do with vice? Osibanjo, what is he doing? We don't even know where that one is. He's not talking. We're not hearing from him. He is just there. I know in his knees, he's always praying that this thing, they say, Jesus said, hey, take this chalice away from me. He needs this chalice taken away from him because he's confused. Now somebody is there. Somebody who was attacking, what's his name again? Amechi, left, right, and center, as if Amechi was the worst person. Look at him. 500 million or 50 million. I don't know how much it is. 500 million, I think. Took it all the way to Sokoto to give them because there was fire there. Okreka Market, how many times did he go on fire? Has Iyke ever given any money? These people, they disgust me. But you know something? You are going to pay for it. All of you are going to pay. There's no doubt about it. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu, don't forget, I'm warning the governors of the East. That is the 12th day now. You have 12 days left to implement the statutory law. The law of open grazing is a law already in the land. If you don't implement it, ESN will. That's the way it's going to be going these days. When we'll come out for the next protest, come out and shoot us. Come and kill them as usual and see what will happen to you. We are getting ready for that. Anytime we are ready to hit the street, we will. And we'll do it all over the world simultaneously. There's no doubt about it. I am happy. Something I had, Dele Momodu was having a conversation this morning, and he said something. He said, with all the security outfits, that ESN is the best thing he has ever seen. I love that. I love it when people see the truth. Anyway, Dele, he's a super journalist. He's not just a brown envelope, no way. He's been there for a while, and we know. We were in the industry, we were entertainers, and we know the kind of articles that these people write. And when they started, we were all about the age, they were younger people than us. So what we are saying is that ESN need to be supported. We cannot overemphasize it. You need to support them. You need to put your money to support them, because it was a TV show. What? Like I said before, when we go to movies as kids, you just come in late and you're asking your friend, "The cinema?" I say, "No, not supporting." What they did in Orlu is supporting. The real movie have not started. Supporting, soldier now about soccer up here. Soldier, I don't blame the soldiers anyway. They want to live too. So that will tell you what will happen. And for those of you who go about dressing up and saying we are Biafra army, Biafra has no army yet. We don't have anything. When the army is there, we will launch it. And people will say it, that we are prepared. What we have is just security, disciplined security. In the words of Dele Momodu, say they are disciplined. When you look at them, you will see the seriousness in what they are doing. And that's what we call, that is exactly what we're talking about. Let's listen to him a little bit before.
Like Naira Marley, then I mean, for me, it means say we not ready. Me, my favorite, if you want to ask me, my favorite in Nigeria today, security outfit, is the Eastern Security Network, which I believe was put together by Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu. They look disciplined. I've seen the videos. I've posted the videos. They look very disciplined. Security people must be disciplined. They must be focused. If you just carry anybody, hungry lion, when they go street, they beg for money, like the same police where we chase come on. So if Amatekun, they behave like that, then something they wrong. But everything they the hands of our governors. If the governors no they ready, make them forget about Amatekun. They said to thy tent to Israel, everybody for himself, God for us all. But the one where I see, the Eastern, I think it's called Eastern Security Network. I think that's the one by Mazi and the Kanu. I am so impressed. They look so disciplined. Why you think, say, this cow business, they don't carry and go east? They don't say they go roast the cows alive now. Our own, we talk. The only person we no believe again, so they talk. Sunday go now, people they fight her. When we are ready, we too know book, we too know grammar, we too blow grammar. Nnamdi Kanu speaks good Queen's English, eloquent, intelligent, logical, but he backs up his talk with action. That's why people they fear him. That's why people they respect him. That's why his followers are ready to die for him. We heard about Ogedengbe in history. If you read Yoruba history, we heard about Ogedengbe for Yoruba history. Why? Akonini. We heard about Sodeke in Yoruba history. The thing don't go off again. Thank you, Ajia Jalila. Thank you.
So please continue.
Yes, at the talk say the thing where we need now disciplined security. If they ain't disciplined, they know they take bribe, they know they harass innocent people, everything will be okay. I was talking also about Mazi and Kanu that I've seen the security network he has put together. I think they look more serious. They look as serious and as formidable as the Nigerian military or anybody. You will see they're ready for action. You know, so we need people like that. You know, they just talk grammar, in the back up in grammar with action. So we need people who they call autocnadu. So make them talk, make them do.
Autocnadu.
But remember, say federal government don't declare the group we Nnamdi Kanu the leader Ipob as terrorist organization.
Also, but the group, the bandits, but the bandits where they disturb Nigeria. The federal government don't call them terrorists before. You don't hear anywhere where they call them terrorists before. People where they kill, people where they rape.
We will have to wait to see me they declare them
after how many years?
Terrorist group.
After how many years? I know say you in our BBC with the talk show, so you know if it get involved. No, don't worry. I won't put you under pressure.
I have that.
Thank you very much.
You don't lose your job. So
Dele Momodu,
exactly.
you just bought my heart this evening.
Yes.
In short, I give you all the kudos.
Yes.
You speak the truth. Nnamdi Kanu is the best. He's talking and do. In fact, with this, you owe me a big koza to you. Even our leaders in the Igbo land cannot stand up to support Nnamdi Kanu. Look at a Yoruba man talking good about Nnamdi Kanu.
All right, my brother, that's correct. That's exactly why I'm hearing this, because talk Nadu, I love that language. It's quite good. The man is talking Nadu and he says something and he does it. That's exactly what we're talking about. There are no two ways about it. Anyway, whether they like it or not, we have come to stay. Nnamdi Kanu is our luck. It's just Chukwu Okike that wants to save us, because I'm just imagining what could have happened if this man didn't show up at the time he came in. What could have happened to us? But God, in His infinite wisdom, just says, okay, you know what? Let me save you guys. Because this nonsense that they are doing in the West, like Dele Momodu is saying now, they have to really, really be serious about it. I have said it yesterday. Don't help us get Biafra. Just help you to get you. Sit down together and decide that you want to be on your own. Leave us and those people. We'll send them back to Futajalon. I'm telling you, 2 weeks. What you are just seeing is a disciplined security outfit we call ESN. Some people are calling it army. It is not army. When we launch the army, Biafra army, you will know. I said it and I'm saying it again. In those days in the 60s, we trained to become soldiers. And believe me sincerely, I am being honest with you. I never saw a gun. I never touched a gun when I was training to become a soldier. The only gun in the field there was the only gun that the instructor uses to show us how to dismantle, what to do if your gun get clogged up in the war front, what to do. The first gun that I saw was at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. That's when I touched my first gun. I went to war in slippers. in my private closet. You know something? I came out of that place well fully dressed like a combatant soldier. We were making do with whatever we have. Any soldier you saw in Biafra at the time that the war started, except for those who were already in the army before the war started. For those of us who came in as militia, they started something they called militia. Then they had civil defense, and eventually we metamorphosized to become soldiers. Any of us you see fully dressed like military men, these are dresses that we got from the soldiers that we killed. Because as soon as you kill one, you just take his shirt, put on his boots, whether it's your size or not, doesn't matter. Put on the steel helmet. And this is the year of technology, and you want to come and fight Biafra. Come! We are waiting. You will see what you have never seen before. Only security you are seeing, and you are panicking already. When you see the real soldiers, when you see the real army, when you see, I'm talking about army, the best. Calm down. Bring all your men. It is time you just, these people, even the soldiers themselves, when you are coming, give your wife money for your children because you're not going to go back. Guaranteed. Wave your children, kiss them, hug them. Tell your wife you can get a new husband. Be honest, because you're not going to come back. Coming to war in Biafra land, you're going to die in Biafra land. We're going to bury you in Biafra land. There's no doubt about it. We are saying it. Our leader, people are recognizing that he's talking to do. He talks it, he says it, he does it. That is as simple as that. Even though some of us are now waking up, I heard one of our elders talk yesterday. But you see, the point is that it's good that they talk. All this while, Daily Momo just asked a question. When the BBC woman said, the federal government have declared that we are waiting for them to declare the other people terrorists. After how many people have been killed? Millions are dying every day and they are waiting. All you see is Nnamdi Kanu. He is a terrorist organization. Fine. Like I said, everything they do to Biafrans is always a blessing. It's like Mili Marugo. When you try to, anything you want to do to us, you think is going to be against us. No, it comes in our favor. If Nnamdi Kanu had come to the zoo from London and you didn't pay him any attention, they will not get to where we are. You try to put him in jail, fine, that's the sacrifice. That's the people that go to church, they say we fast for 40 days and 40 nights. That was his own 40 days and 40 nights. He became cleaner. The moment you do things like that, you try to kill him, he disappeared. I don't know, I wouldn't say, let me not use the word disappear before people start misquoting me. We don't know how he got to Israel. One day he's going to tell us that. I can't wait for this man to write a book. I can't, honestly speaking. Because this is the kind of book that you keep in the archives and read it to your great, and keep it, pass it on. Just put something on it. When you die, grandchildren, when you die, pass it on to your sons. So that this book will remain forever and ever. Because anything you do to him, Ugo, Salugo Aho, in the Igbo language, Ugo is just, let me translate into English. Ugo is a bird. There's a bird called Ugo, and it's very clean, it's very neat. And when you pour water on him, it becomes cleaner. That's exactly what our leader is. IPOB movement is God sent, God directed, something that God has said it is time. Because sit down for a while and think, what if this man didn't show up now? What could have happened? People are waking up. That's good for them. But the truth is that you are waking up now because we are still alive. What if we had died? What if not? I see, Okanamma doesn't solve anything. But it doesn't end there, because during the war we had the same thing. We had the same problem during the war. During the Biafra war, there were people that were hiding. They didn't want to go to war. They would everything. And those of us who were younger, for me, that army was a freedom for me. It was something I couldn't do. I started, talking boldly like a soldier, and started having the own day, which I couldn't do. Our parents, they don't care how big you are. You can't come up to your mama and say, "Mama," in those days. You don't even try that. Unless you're standing a distance, you cannot say it very close. I say, what she said, because she would use her hand. So for us, it became independent. We became independent very, very young, and we could go out when we want, come back when we want, put on the khaki, come to the village, and everybody will looking at you like, there are people, your mates, who are hiding. But you know what? Towards the end of the war, most of them joined. They had no choice. They had to come in because mother for us, you know. So you can't sit down there and be very healthy, and your mates are fighting, and you are in the village terrorizing people, and still because people that were doing that in the community that didn't want. These are people that didn't want to go to the army, but they felt more comfortable staying in the village and terrorizing the women and children and all that. So when then people are waking up. A lot of people are waking up. I listened to this yesterday, and it's very interesting that they are talking. They are talking. They have no choice right now to talk because
the Ime Obi Ohaneze Indibo, and he is the President General Eastern Union Congress. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Chief Edozie. All right, many thanks for joining us, Chief Edozie. Let's look at the recent incident which happened in Orlu that made the headlines a couple of days ago. For you, what can we say caused the incident, and who are those responsible for that?
Well, thank you so much for offering us this platform for the rest of Nigeria to know what is going on there. What happened was a very painful, very sorrowful state, very worrisome. I can look at it in the other way. There was a failure of leadership of those who are saddled with the responsibilities of providing the security of lives and property. That was a total failure on the part of their own side. I must have to be very, very honest. I don't know that on this 21st century, human being who is so wicked, manning humanity to man, for it to use such a brutal force against fellow human being. A lot of lives were lost, blood flows on the streets, in our markets, on the shops, littered everywhere. I don't know why. I was thinking that after the NSAS, some of all these atrocities must have, government must have, because they promote and they promise that they will have an inward look and see how they can curtail some of the excesses of the security men. But it does appear that nothing was done on that directions. I'm afraid if it continues in this way, I don't know. I ask myself, why some people are so jittery, afraid of the vigilante, ESN. Why? The vigilante ESN was formed as a result, it was born out of frustration by those we look at, those we expect, those saddled with the responsibilities of providing the security to the life and properties to the people of the Southeast. And that's such, when such things happens, people will be compelled to, adopt a self-help. And that is what you saw there. There's a lot of politics. Initially, when the issues of regional security system was hashed and mentioned, we were hoping that soon that there will be something very, very serious on the ground to protect the lives and properties from people, for the people from the southeast. But it all ended in politics.
So the clash was between members of the vigilante and not militants with the...
No. There's no militancy on that.
So what provoked that? What provoked that?
That's where I'm coming. That's where I'm coming. There's no militants on that. There's no terrorists. There's no insurrections. What you see is the people adopting a kind of a self-help to protect themselves. When you look at, based on who you are hearing from, but we can tell you authoritatively that there's politics behind that. The ECN was born out of frustration. When you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, in Borno, we have vigilantes. In Zamfara, we have vigilantes. In Katsina, we have. In Kaduna, we have. In Niger, we have. As a result of what? Banditry, herdsmen, Miatiara onslaughts against Nigerians. And don't forget, you heard it, that Miatiara has been gazetted on International World Terrorist Index as the third and ranking worst terrorist squad.
Is it but today, or Fulani
herdsmen? No, not armed Fulani herdsmen. Okay, and you can testify what is happening in Nigeria today.
Chief, you say when a people resort to self-help in the face of attacks by setting up vigilante groups to protect themselves, is it advisable that they seek approval from the relevant authorities? You know, did that happen in the case of Orlu?
Well, you are talking about that you have no option. When you have a tendency, a threat that you can be wiped out any time, and when you have met every other agitations and approach to those who are saddled with responsibilities of providing security to you, and have failed to do so, you will sit down and watch and fold your arms.
And the political authorities are aware of this vigilante in the southeast?
Well, that is why I said that's the politics coming up. They are trying to use politics to destroy all those things. But now, let me come back and tell you the reasons why this thing happens. Some time ago, in the past, the former governor from Abia State, Dr. Ojo Zakano, donated some, plots to them, to the Fulani herdsmen there, around that Lopanta and Umusuch, Aziz in Abia State. They were given such a portion. But you can't pass through that place again now. They continue to encroach in other parts of, lands there. And the issues of criminality so reckless, raping, complaints of raping, kidnapping, all these are this. And when there's a rumor again going on in Imo State, around that, although that the present governor have now given them that forest, people now doesn't want it to happen again because of what they have seen in the Abia State. That measure they can't tolerate that. And that is why the ACM just went and occupied the forest and decided to, move in, just to avoid a situation of Abia State. And that's what compelled them to be there.
What I want us to establish, Chief, is that do you need security approval to set up vigilante?
Let me run so that you'll be able to, take it off from there. Now, when this ACM land there, I'm proposed to, guide the community. And meanwhile, since they have been there is no complaint from the community. They are not exploiting people. They are not harassing people. There's no raping. Issues of raping. They don't complain of that such happen. And they were in a peaceful with the communities. Now, police decided to go in. And confront them inside the bush. And that is where this trouble started. This didn't just start spontaneously, just like that. It was a build-up for a few weeks or days. And there, during that period, I expected there's government there, should have been able to move in and that's the tension. One, by trying to, come out that this place was not given to anybody, that the forest still remain part and parcel of the government property, and in doing so, you'll be dousing tension from the people. When the rumors of that happens, they are not doing that. They fail to work with the security outfit, the police I'm talking about.
Chief Edozie, the setting up of a security outfit should have backing of state legislatures. Take, for example, looking at what has happened in the southwest, the Amotekun. When that outfit was to be set up, the various state legislatures, worked and put this security network in place. The question which my colleague has asked is, in as much as yes, there's a need for self-defense, has there been that framework, and who should be blamed for not having that framework?
I think I have made myself very clear there that we expect, as we are here now, we expect that we are protected by the security. And if eventually we discover that you are not protected and there is a threat to our lives, here, the first this is for you to
resort to self-help.
Self-help, to defend yourself.
Okay.
Now, in the past, when the issues of Amatekun in the southwest was, packaged and, implemented, then there was this, rumors. There is intentions. Let me say it that way. In the southeast, that they are coming, all the governors of the southeast, agreed that there will be such,
Did they now move forward to the legislative part of it?
That is the question I have to ask you. They do not have that. I will not say so. If they have done that, the issues of ECN wouldn't have come. Because ECN was born out of frustration. Okay? If they have put such measures out, then we would have been able to hold on that and make sure that they are working. And they are working with the communities.
Now, when you talk.
All right, that's the end of that interview. For me, I don't think it ended it went to the top. You see, like I said before, I used the word waking up. A lot of these people are now waking up. The journalists, they are doing their job anyway because they're asking some stupid and silly questions. The man is trying to answer the questions and he's trying to interrupt him because the truth is so clear and so difficult, so easy to promulgate. But what's the problem is for you to try to defend a lie or injustice, somebody whose life is threatened, people who live in the community unprotected, they feel that they are not protected, and somebody is saying, you know what, let us not sit down here and fold our hands and make sure that we all get killed. Let's make sure that we protect ourselves. And somebody goes, hey, why are you protecting yourself? You should wait for the government, or you should go to the government to get permission. This same government have been there when you have been humiliated, you are being killed, your wives are being raped, your children are being murdered left, right, and center, and nobody's saying anything. And all of a sudden, you decide to protect yourself. And then somebody's asking you, did you get permission from government? That's hypocrisy. That's complete hypocrisy. I mean, we sound so silly. Sometimes hate and jealousy and things like that, becloud us and make us not think like normal people. The same thing with some people that write, then the car is living outside Nigeria and he's talking from there. He should come back here now. These are idiots that live with us. These are idiots that are there, that watch soldiers, army, Air Force go to kill this man. They went to his house to annihilate him, to kill him. And then he is outside. They couldn't succeed. They failed. The same people could have called him a fool if he ever came back. The same people that will say, why is he talking from outside? They are the ones that will call him an idiot for coming back. Because God has saved you. Your purpose for coming has been achieved. So what is the point? But you know something? He is outside. How do you know that? That's my question. I keep asking them. He is outside. How do you know he's not in your backyard? Somebody who left Afaruku Ibeku and landed in Israel, you don't know where he is. Try to travel from Afariku Ibeku to Lagos without an identity to talk about somebody who has no papers and he landed in Israel, and you are asking where he is. He is outside. How do you know he's outside? You don't know where he is. Nobody knows. You don't know where he is. You are just wishing. Yeah, just call when you. There are things that when you look at people say it, you are asking yourself, what kind of human beings are these? But you know something? We need them for a balance. Everybody cannot be shining. There must be darkness for you to see the light. If there's no darkness, the light wouldn't make any sense. You know, darkness is something that don't exist actually. It's the absence of light. So when you put on the light, they disappear. These people that talk, they're wasting their time. The man is outside, you don't know where he is. Let us assume that he's outside, but you know something? He's achieving so much. If you can sit down, you that is inside, and somebody on the outside, according to you, can sit down there and form a security outfit, the best that anybody have ever seen, why don't you just doff your hat for him and say, hey, Ranka Dede, tuye Mazi, because he is too much. There is nothing anybody can do to stop what he has done. He is gifted. It's a job that he has come to do. He's the Messiah of our time, to be honest with you. When they say Messiah in different times, they have different Messiahs at different times. They're all Messiah. It depends on what the person came to do. If you achieve what your people, if you liberate your people from slavery, liberate your people give them freedom, you are a Messiah at that time, of that particular era. You have achieved something. Our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is achieving that, and we give thanks to Chukwu Okike Abiyama. It's God that is in control. There is nothing anybody can do to stop what he is doing. He is here to actualize Biafra, and we are here to follow him. No matter what evolve or if I can name, they should go to hell. That's their own problem. We don't want to get involved in their problem. We are here to get our freedom. Freedom is our goal. There is nothing anybody can do to stop us. So whether you wake up today, you wake up tomorrow, you wake up yesterday, it's the same thing. Join the crowd. Make sure that you support our ESN. Support them, because these are the people that have volunteered their lives to save us. Disciplined, completely disciplined. You know, what happened in Orlu is an example. What happened in Orlu actually for me is a preamble. It's not the actual movie. When they create the scene, we don't look for trouble. We are just there in the bush to make sure. That log panther they are talking about, I don't know the place, never been there before, but you know something, all of them will go. Just when the time comes, let them keep on staying there and raping. Let them prepare this and start packing their things small, because you will leave that place. That place is Biafra land, and it's going to be Biafra land. Regardless of Ojos or Kalo that gave it to you, doesn't own the place. He has no right to take the land of the people and give it to somebody else because he's a governor. All those nonsense that they did in those days is over. So our people, the governors, not our people, let's say the governors, the government, they have been given 14 days by our leader to make sure that they implement the open grazing law that's been there already. It's not a new law. It's something that has been there. All we are saying is you have to implement it. This is Radio Biafra. I'll take a short break and I'll come back and be with you again.
Oh, nada. Land of the right side. John Lavine. My originality. Land of the right side. Biafra. Land of the right side. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. Biafra. Land of the right side. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle.
great Biafran people. But they killing to idol worshiping, and we lost the faith of our God. And as we were lost in idol worshiping, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting their people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them enter there. I brought in civilization, brought in their religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religious splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals, we never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, nah, nah. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. Biafra, from Father Isaac. Descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality of Abraham. From Father Isaac. Descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality.
By the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters.
All right, I'm back again. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Let me read up something here. Our leader is talking about the same Olok Banta that I spoke about a few minutes ago, where the Ojus Okalo gave out our property to these people. So our leader wrote something about it, which I need to read out to you. He says, Senator Ojus Okalo, the former Abia State governor, a few years ago, gave out a sizable chunk of Igbo land at Lokbanta for free, F-R-E-E. They didn't buy it, to those we now know to be Fulani killer headsmen. We are not in any way questioning the validity of this singular treacherous transaction, but what we are demanding from the senator is to please kindly tell us where the boundaries of these illegal settlements are. He has to show us the boundaries because they are exceeding, they are killing people there, they are raping, maiming our mothers. It would be in the interest of peaceful coexistence of all parties concerned, where he, Senator Ojus Okalo, to, as a matter of urgency, publish the original survey plan of the size and dimension of the acreage he gave to these Fulani friends, because the settlement continues to expand at an alarming rate to the detriment of surrounding villages. Families have lost and continue to lose their ancestral lands to the occupancy of the Fulani colony in Igbo land. All inquiries directed at the Abia State Ministry of Land has gone unanswered. That is how they start. So when our people will get in there, that's when they will come out and respond. They have been receiving information, they have been asking for information legally to publish these things and let us know who owns who and who owns where. Our leader continued, he said, also it will be helpful if Senator Ojus Okalo can confirm for the world that such land for free scheme also exists in Sokoto State for the benefit of Easterners. That's right. You have to tell us if we have anything like that, because this is free. And the people are expanding. These people, the moment you give them, just give them 5 square feet. Before you know it, in 10 years, it becomes 100 square feet. They are expanding. They are where there's not even no control. That is why even people build houses across pipelines and electrical areas and where they are not supposed to build homes. No. So Ojus Okalo has to explain this to us, because our leader will enforce it. Only the order, we will make sure that we get them out of that place. Fulani is not a problem for us. If you think they get the land legally, okay, they should show us the same thing, because they didn't buy the land, they didn't pay for it. You just take community land because you are the governor, you just give them out to people, and they're expanding, and the life there is so miserable. Go to Lok Banta. I've not been there, like I said before, but people that have been there said it's nothing to talk home about. It's a terrible situation that we find ourselves, because we have greedy and hopeless governors who don't really know what they want. All they're thinking about is themselves. They're so selfish, these people, honestly. They're still clamoring, all of them. You're wasting your time. Keep on wasting your time. Very soon, most of you will be in the grave. There's no doubt about it. And you're still hoping. Make amends in all the bad things that you've done. Repent. Just come out and confess. And say, beg for forgiveness, because you people are just worthless and useless. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. The line is open for you to make your conversations. We have to open up. I don't want people calling and sticking on the line when I say thank you, because I'm not in the habit of knocking people out, so people just take advantage of it, and that's not fair. When I say thank you, we have spoken enough. I can't imagine one person staying online for 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes and still talking. The moment you say what you want to say, please step aside and let somebody else take over, because you start repeating yourself because you finished what you want to say. Don't wait for me to ask you to stop before you can stop. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still taking calls here. 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, +1 929-406-9953. That's the line for the principal officers and the ladies. I have my first caller here calling me on private line. Caller on. I think you're on. Where are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, Iyke.
Yes, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the program. There.
Once again, happy birthday to you, sir.
Thank you.
It's Malaysia for daddy.
There.
Sir. Yeah, I have only two things to say, sir, and without wasting your time. My first topic regard to about this fraud. This Igbo presidency is nothing but a big fraud.
Yeah.
But the people are confirm big fraud, because there's nothing like Igbo presidency. Nothing like that. Who are you going to? Who is going to be the president? Is it all these fools? They think Fulani is stupid like them. Fulani cannot give you any Igbo presidency. Huh? They just want to use it to see if they water down our agitation. Nothing like Igbo presidency, where everybody is angry, even over paranoid. People are seeking for justice. All these atrocities, the mayhem they committed, somebody have to pay for it. Huh? Have to hold somebody to hold them responsible for it. You can't sweep it under the carpet. We are talking of Igbo presidency. And then, which restructuring are you talking about? Because both restructuring itself is like a threat to Fulani. Because once a power shift through a bit to their hand, they are gone now. They are gone. So Fulani, let me say, Fulani Bidogo, they have started war they can never finish. You see this thing they have started. I got, in fact, how come one can continue because it will never end. Would they think they will go scot free with all these atrocities and mayhem they have committed? And lastly, without not wasting much of time for others to speak, this all these efulefus and governors we call this governor, all these efulefus you see they're like everyone. They're like there is one movie I watched. I think that movie was cast in US, and or maybe you know about it, Zombie. That movie is Zombies. No, all those zombies look like are monsters, and there was something like some kind of task force, SA3, that naga about those people. And those zombies, anybody they touch or scratch or bite, it has been infected. And that person they bite or scratch, well, now what he do now, he turn to zombie. And now begin to look for somebody else to do what, to bite and scratch and kill. This is how the Fulanis are.
Yes.
And all these governors, all these Fulefu, and all the politicians have been infected by this zombie. And what their job is to look for those to infect, bite, scratch. So anything like this in a kuna to repent, one there's nothing like repent. But these people, they have already been infected. What to repent again are you talking about? Which they are looking for. Don't you see them looking for people to infect, scratch, to kill our people up and down because they have been infected with the disease. So there's no repentance for them. The only thing need is just like what I said to the task force, wipe or any out, my brother. Biafra land everything. My brother.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Let's take this one. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon. My name is Kelechi Mazi. I'm calling from Lagos.
Yeah, well.
Thank you, Mazi. You see, I listened to the clip you play about Delhi.
Yes.
Mazi, nobody have ever met our leader and remained the same.
I know.
Our leader is a life changer.
He's infectious, I know.
Do you see that the man in Delhi have come out? The real man in him have come out.
Yeah, original Delhi.
And you can see it from the way he speaks. It is only a flavor, and the criminals among us, they are the people who are talking, eating, living with our leader, meeting him every now and then. Yet, instead of their life to change, their life is going from bad to worse. And one of them is OK Foreign. Somebody should tell OK Foreign to return my money because that guy too is a fraud. He's using this platform to fraud people. I am not the only person involved. We are many. This guy should stop dishing his account number in this air. He's using it to fraud people. Before somebody will begin to ask me for evidence, as people have been calling to defend him, let the people tell him to return all the people he have frauded money. Those he have campaigned in this platform, because these are the people who are meeting our leader, and their life is getting worse instead of changing. How can you be in Europe? You are frauding people that is back in there in Nigeria. If you are soliciting money to help our people, you eat the money. And when people try to ask you, you say that our DOS is in charge.
Kelechi, wait, hold on a second. What is going on? I don't really understand this. Do you have to say this over there?
Mazi, what I'm saying is that there are some people in our platform here who is using this platform. They have been meeting our leader. Instead of their life to change for good, they cannot change for good. They are going to worse. And OK Foreign is number one. Quote me anywhere. Call me any day, I will answer, and I will provide evidence. And somebody should tell him to return my balance of 200,000 naira before I something do. Mazi, thank you.
Wow. This is a strange one. I didn't expect this. This one took me unaware. But if there is anything, like I said before, sometimes you need to call us on the back and talk about certain things before you go on air with it. I don't know this one. To be honest, I don't know what to tell you. All right, let me take another call before I continue. But please, next time, people should inbox me sometimes and let me know what you want to talk about before you get on air, because accusations like this is very, very strong. You already have to complete evidence for you to be able to come on air to say things like this. All right, I have another one coming in. Let me take this one straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my side, Peter. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Okay, sir. My side, Peter. You don't go to Kabia, my director. Biafra all over the world. You go to Kabia. Timana Mahayama. Chineke nke eluigwe nnapụrụ ime ihe niile ekere eluigwe n'elu ụwa n'ala ndị mmụọ chinwe ndụ niile chukwuma nwee akụ n'ụba niile otu ọma dịrị gị o isiri ime chikere anyanwụ ka ọnwa ka kpakpando lee ka ozi ziri m pụọ n'elu ụwa ebe ọ masịrị gị na ị ga-ezute onye nsọ gị dede Nnamdi Kanu ka ọ dazọpụta gwacha ya azụ ebe anyị ga-adọka Biafra ego ofufe otu ahụ esi eme ya na mbụ ka emekwa ya otu a n'ụwa Biafra all over the world. May the peace of the Almighty Tukokikadiama continue to dwell upon every one of us everywhere he has scattered us, and may his glorious presence continue to lead our leader to bring us back home. Now Hanani Abu Tukokikadiama. Ọkwa ọfọkụrụ n'ala ndị Igbo ndị mbụ na ndị egedesi unu n'ọnụ n'ozi nye awa ala hapụrụla ọnụ ka unu bikwara ndị gọvanọs, ndị eze, ndị politicians niile, all the religious leaders, listen to the word of the Most High Creator of the heaven and earth. Maka ọnwa onye ụgbọ buru ntị shiri ya ihe ọ na-ekwu uwu Exodus chapter 20 ihe ọchụ mbido na ụmụ Biafra. Exodus chapter 20 from verse 1 to end. Do you see verse 5, verse 6, verse 11, verse 23 and verse 24. He is the only Chukwu, the God that created heaven and earth, which we the Biafrans in the Igbo zara aha ya. Ọnwa ọtọ ọnwụ nke anyị ụkpara n'ebe na-akwụkwọ ire ụbọchị aka akpara ya. A sị na osisi ọbụla ga-amị mkpụrụ yiri ya. Ụmụ Igbo unu batacha aka imekwa ala anyị. Maka ya wote ala Chukwu okike abịa mere na anyị onye gele ndị Amerịka nke ha. Mazi Peter sị nọ na Amerịka anaghị anya ala enwedị nke ị ga-ebi o. Ụmụ gị enwedịkwa nke ha ga-ebi maka 50 years na ya isi awalawakwa ebe anyị si pụta. Onye ọbụla ga-egbata aka ka anya ọma mmiri aka akpụpụ maka ha abata gị pụlo. First King chapter 11 from verse 1 to end. Do you see verse 2, verse 3, verse 5, verse 8 and 11? Ọ tụkwa ụkpala na ebe na akwụkwọ ya anyị nwere ụmụ nwaanyị nke anyị lụrụkwanụ na ụmụ nwaanyị nke anyị maka anyị na ndị Awụsa awụtọ anyị na ndị Yoruba awụtọ onwedụ mgbe ọka ga-amụ ube, onwedụ mgbe mango ga-amị orenji ọwa asị ụdara wụ ụdara ube ewu ube anyị wụ ndị Igbo ndị nwere eze na ọzọ ọwụ oji ọfọ ga-ala onwedụkwa ihe ọzọ maka ọwa Ezekiel chapter 25 from verse 1 to end. You see verse 7 and verse 14. Every nation in the whole world go and study this chapter. Ezekiel chapter 25. After you people will have nowhere to exist on this planet. We are the ancient people. We are coming. Our leader engage you people. In Orlu, and you run away. And you people are coming back again. Who's at them? After you kill we. In a woman, we are coming for you. No more what I got my
Thank you.
Chapter 4.
There we
From verse 1 to end. You see verse 7 and verse 11. Mazi Peter say we believe Maka, they are taking over our territory. They are coming. They are not going to our video. All the security network, all the resolution to go to Kabia, war God, this resolute. They will never take this land. This time the Fulani will take this land. We will shut America. See, we will make sure that to pretend not to exist as a nation on this planet.
Thank you. Let's go. Thank you, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have another call coming in on WhatsApp. Let's take this one. Caller on WhatsApp, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi Anedo. This is the wisest man. I'll make a happy birthday once again.
Thank you, sir.
It is a great addition to you and may God keeping you alive till you fulfill your destiny. Though you have fulfilled, but you will live long and eat your children's blessings. So, Mazi, what I want to say right now is that time has come to fish out every evil man and woman in our midst. I've been saying it before. Now, before Obelensi Iyke. That's what I want to say. Now, before I hear maybe, because a lot of Fulanis are in our midst, and those Fulanis, we're not going to leave them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have another call coming on straight line. Let me take this one. Call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi. Iyke. This is Anamazie calling from Belgium.
Welcome to the program.
I was just enjoying the program, not until our brother Kelechi, who I respect so much, put his call forward. And in fact, absolutely, I feel pissed off because it is not the first time that our people have been educated on how to lay complaints on live broadcasts of this magnitude. You know, when you have a problem, when you have an issue, you don't have to come on live broadcast. We cannot come out to wash our dirty linens on the public in this manner. It is absolutely unacceptable. Whatsoever be the reason, whatsoever be the complaint, there are avenues set up by the hard work of Mazi Nnamdi and the rest of IPOB to put your complaints forward, put them on the table. It is uncivilized for Pastor Kelechi to come on air where, presumably the entire world is listening to talk about, foreigner, what he did or what he didn't do. For me, it is absolutely unacceptable, and it is a sign that our people are not listening at all. Pastor Kelechi is not a newcomer in IPOB on this platform. So for me, it is totally unjustifiable to give any reasons whatsoever to come on the air this afternoon or this morning to put forward such a, whether I will call it allegation or whatsoever, whether it is founded or unfounded. It is absolutely not good of what we are preaching every day on this platform. So you have DOS, you have so many avenues. I think it's not new here, where he's supposed to go and learn his complaints. So putting it forward here is totally, it didn't make my day, actually. I don't like that.
I know.
So I wanted to make a little bit, I called you yesterday, but I wasn't lucky that you picked my call. But please, because of the information I got from the European Union here, that, probably if you are reading the news, it was like a breaking news from them, that the European Union wants to embark on, I quote, that they say that 2021 must be EU and African year. They are serious about that. EU and Africa must operate as equals. So I cannot go in details about this, but probably and the people responsible for that is Chrysula Zaropolu and one Mr. Boro. They are both members of the European Parliament. They are seriously working on this, and before they go now working with the contraption, I really want, because both of these gentlemen of the European Parliament they are not of English-speaking part of the European Union. So my appeal and my suggestion is that if this will be possible, if Radio Biafra can also be broadcast, or can also embark on broadcasting in languages like French and other, like other major languages of this European Union, I think it will help also to give this message to the ordinary people that need to hear what is going on politically, and also for African, because Mazi Nnamdi has again and again told us that the coming of Biafra will also mean the liberation of Africa in its entirety. So we have also, I have particularly a brother from Senegal who is also talking about the people's interest there to listen to Radio Biafra. Not all of them are, can speak English language. So please, you people give it a thought. if it is possible to also broadcast like you're doing in Hausa language, which is also a thumb up for me, in French language, so that the average or the average Africans living in that part of the world will understand what Biafran is fighting for, and probably it will also help to make a push politically on their own side. So please, if this is possible, give it a second thought. It is not a must; it's just a suggestion.
Thank you.
So also, IPOB to also broadcast in French and also probably Spanish and all that. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. All right. It's a very good, it's a welcomed idea, and we are very willing to submit to anybody who thinks he is very fluent in these languages. Call into Radio Biafra on any of the platforms and speak to the broadcasters. They can give you a day in a week for you to say, okay, this week or today, Thursday, we're going to all be in French language and whatever language it is. The important thing is that these announcements have been made over and over and over, and no people just suggest it, but nobody ever shows interest. When you throw it open, nobody comes in to say, I can do it, or this is what I think I can do. So if you know you are able to do it, please don't hesitate to call Radio Biafra, any of the platforms, and we'll be able to take it from there. I have a call coming, and let me take this one. Caller on the private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Your line is open. Caller on private line, please. 845-283-9665. Are you there?
Okay, Mazi, hi Peters. Good afternoon from here. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling from Italy this afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, I want to appreciate you and our other presenters. Mazi, I also want to appreciate Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, IPOB family members worldwide. I want to appreciate us for our good work. May Chukwu Kabima continue to strengthen and help us. And Mazi, I want to appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless, guide, and lead him, and so that he will be able to lead us into Biafra peacefully and gloriously. Mazi, please, I want to just make an input on what you said this afternoon, on what you've been, your end this morning. So, Mazi, you see, the only simple thing is that it's a very simple directive that our leader has given to both the Fulani and the stooges in our land, those people that call themselves governors. Our leader has told them that they should enforce the 1966, this is just statutory law passed by their Supreme Court in the zoo there that bans open grazing. And it's very simple. If they don't do it, well, it's very simple that the people have to enforce the law, because it's democracy and it is the government of the people by the people, you know. So the people have the capacity and the should I say, the power to enforce any law that comes to their favor. And this is one of it which we will enforce. Mazi, I want to also talk about the issue of our ESN. We have to support them. Yesterday we had a Zoom meeting here in Italy, and it was wonderful, and we want to appreciate all the people that were with us, that they did us well, and it's just the beginning, and hopefully more is going to come up, because it's a monthly something. Yes. And I believe that our people are going to do more, because yesterday it was really wonderful. Madam Nanya was there, our European rep was there, and it was really great, you know. So it was really great, Mazi. Now, Mazi, please, I want to say something about what Kelechi said. You see, this is a very serious issue.
Let me come into this. Let me interject now. You see, when there's something that I learned, that and then you turn around and say, who is the person that said is the person that told you? So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell, what I'm trying to grab is this. Kelechi, what he did is uncommendable. I don't like it. I never liked it. I commented on it.
Exactly.
If we keep dwelling on it, then we're expanding.
Yes, that is what I want to say, Mazi.
Okay.
Can I talk now?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay, that's what I want to say. But Mazi, I want to say something, Mazi. please, if it's possible, maybe you can do this also. Please tell the DOS, IPOB DOS, please. They should try to always, if it's to create another department that will be seeing things in this aspect of, especially finance. Do you know why? Mazi, some people they are not too. Everybody, only black guy wolf. Some people they man did diche.
Yeah.
Now there are people that must have complained, waited for 6 months, waited for 8 months. I know what I'm saying. I have an experience of what I'm telling you, but I'm not stupid. I will not be able to act like a native, but I have an experience of it. There are people that their complaint has been in the table of the DOS, head of DOS, and it has not been solved. So some people, when they wait for this long, and they will think maybe, well, this man is just, and they will see this person keep on dealing with people, keep on saying things, and people keep on responding to him, so they will say, well, this thing is uncalled for. So what I'm suggesting is maybe there should be a special department that should look on issue that has to do with financial obligations, financial things from DOS, so that whenever a report come about any principal officer from the house, they will just look at it immediately and sort it. A lot of financial complaints are on the table of DOS, which has not been solved. So I think the DOS should look towards this aspect and do something, because it's very, very important to avoid what just happened for repeating itself. It's embarrassing. It's very, very embarrassing. Yeah. So that is my input, Mazi, and I want to encourage our people to keep on supporting ESN.
Thank you.
We must support ESN. It's not something. It's not optional. It's obligatory. It's obligatory. It's an obligation. It's a must, because our land must be secured and Biafra must be restored. Yeah. By the special grace of the government. Thank you very much, Mazi.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I have a call coming in. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mazi. Good afternoon from here.
There we
go, sir. I greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I salute you. Our leader is Mazi and the Kano. I salute you. Good afternoon from here, sir. I remember Rabbi Shas calling from my location. Mazi, can I say something about what the previous caller just said? I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, it depends on. He said so many things. I don't want to know what you want to talk. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay. see what is going on. Everybody can have their opinion. I know my duty in this movement, in the struggle. We do a lot of things which I can't say on air, but all I can say is that there are some certain people, like somebody who just called and began to mention name. He has reasons for doing that, and every avenue that he put in place has been exhausted, and nothing was done. And remember, this person is a principal officer. There are security reasons I cannot tell you on air, and that almost got our movement into problem in Lagos State. And when they were I have heard about this complaint, and I gave him directive on how to solve it, and that directive avenue was exhausted. And the DOS, and I got information that the man he mentioned his name on air said he has connection with DOS. So this is what we are talking about, to make sure that we cannot walk out of slavery and got into another form of slavery. And that is, the young man is desperate because he's in the zoo and he has no backup. And I have to say, I can't say what I'm doing personally or contribution, what I'm doing to remedy the situation, but a lot of security bridges something almost went wrong. So I have to stop it there in Lagos State. So the man I can't blame Kelechi for anything now. But this thing must be stopped. If the man he mentioned, his name is doing that, he should stop coming on air. And you guys should stop giving him platform to do that. Because I've received the same complaint from Mazi Onyibe before he went into the forest now talking rubbish. I can send you the clip of Mazi Onyibe to you. You listen to it. Mazi Ndewo Sandewo.
All right, thank you so much. Like I said before, I need to be briefed. Sometimes people have to send me. Actually, when they talk about numbers, announcing numbers on air, I've been against that for a long time. I've never been allowing it to happen because that's why I insist. I have said it before and I'm saying it again, that our media head be the person that will give us instructions on what to do. We have to take our direction from one source. I don't ever advocate the funds of people coming in and just saying something. I did. I've been doing that since, privately. People send me information and I say, why don't you send this information to our media head? When you give it to me, I'm just an arm. Don't give it to the arm, give it to the whole body. And the whole body is the media head. When you give it to him, now he's going to spread it out to all of us. What I'm saying here is what Alozie is saying. What Alozie is saying is what people in South Africa, everybody's saying the same thing, will play on the same foot. But when somebody comes in with a number, it is not very fair because, number one, we are radio stations. We make broadcasts. We're dissipating the news. We don't have the power to even announce something that we're not authorized to do. And we don't want to, because a situation like this is something that we try to avoid. If there's a number that should be announced, in fact, I feel more comfortable if somebody in DOS comes in, wants to make an announcement, I'll allow him to say whatever he wants to say. But if you come in as an IPOB member and you want to make an announcement on something that is general, that is not very fair. So like I said before, we don't like washing these dirty linens in the public. It's something that could have been treated privately even before. But like you said, my brother Mekelechi probably is frustrated. Maybe he has tried and then nothing has happened. So he tried to hey, he's not Kakawasewa. It's not a very good thing anyway, but I know the frustration can be overwhelming. Let's take a call before we continue with our conversation. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning, Ike Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Engineer Mazi. I'm calling from Germany.
Welcome to the program.
Ike Peters, very good. I heard what you played in your clips and your statement this morning, but I just have a few contributions to make. Sometimes here last season by March, April, I called you on this radio station and I told you that, Ike Peters, there are people who have been complaining from Lagos State. That the same day, there is our brother in Mozambique, they call him Obilo. Another person in London, they call, I forgot his name, but I will remember. So let me just go straight to the report and hit you the nail. I told you that in this radio station we are talking about, the radio station need to put in a place that our people are at those sides, like Alaba International Market, Oshodi Market, and the Trade Fair, and other places, K2, My2. That is where our people are, that they'll be hearing the information, which I told you that the people that have been listening to Radio Biafra is by the data they use. And the only people that call you from Lagos is either Pastor Jack or this same Kelechi that call you now, that there is nothing like radio, because I've gone research, I've made research, there's nothing so. So now it has been coming. So you are the person that have been in this station there, people have been calling you. Let us have somebody that will be bringing us our media, that when our media wants to come on air, you people will know that day that the media wants to come to give us information. And anybody that wants to come up to say anything pertaining number, let us know what that person represents in IPOB. Please, this is what I want to say, because it's uncalled for that people will be dying, people are in prison, people have been losing their life, and somebody else will be just using it as a revenue, as an opportunity. It's unfair. We have been shouting, we have been talking. Anybody that is coming in this platform, in this situation where people their life have been ended, have killed, to come and use it as an opportunity for him, we cannot just keep our mouth shut. We will speak out, because it's not easy. This is all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are here to take information, and my brother, your suggestion is very welcomed. We'll make sure that we're trying our best. Like I keep saying, don't forget that Radio Biafra is a wartime radio, and it will get better. It's getting better and better. It wasn't like this when we started, but today it's everywhere and people are listening. So my contention and my saying in the whole thing is that we should always make sure that we don't air our dirty linens in the public. If you are frustrated, you can inbox me. These people, some of you, they have my, although even if you inbox, maybe I will not see it on time, but if I don't see it on time and respond to it, call my attention to it when you call. Say, listen, I inboxed you, there's something I sent to you and I want you to look at it. Don't start talking it on air before I know what you want to say. Do you understand that? I'm not just forcing you or gagging you or making sure that you do what I want you to do. No. I'm only trying to make sure that we do not air our dirty linens in the public, which is it's not very good for us and what we are doing. I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, Peter. Good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. My name is Mara Shedrack, and I'm calling right now from Ipob. Actually, yeah, thank you. I want to just say one or two things this afternoon, but I actually want to focus on the issue of some of our people who based on trying to castigate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's quite unfortunate. Some people have decided to allow themselves to be used in such a way that the only thing they think about is how to, rubbish the name of Nnamdi Kanu, which they know they cannot. Yes, I was listening to one guy. I don't know his name. Was giving information on how Obiano gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Morona Jeep or whatever, and how what is his name? P2B actually took money from federal government when they claimed they are going to run for presidency, vice president with Atuku, and they share his own part of money, giving Nandi his own part, and then Nano was.
My brother, just tell us something very important. This is like Igbo Egusi. We don't listen to
honestly, honestly, Mazi, I understand. But when these guys are saying all these things, it pains us because some of us are here in Biafra land. We all know what is going on. But they will call on radio stations, human rights, and they'll be yapping there. And I
have said something about your so-called human right. Don't go there and listen and come back with the pain. You are the one suffering because you went to listen to it. They didn't force you to go there and listen. I don't listen to it. I do not. I will not, and I will never. But if you go there and listen, something. So you go there and listen because you are interested in the Egusi. You know what you're looking for. You are IPOB. You have a radio station. Why do you care about what somebody else is saying? It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. It's somebody like the same argument I've always had it with my friends over here when they say, "Oh, you don't listen to the campaign." And when I said, "I know I want to vote for Trump. I voted for Trump. Why am I going to listen to anybody?" Which means I have not made up my mind. If you are an IPOB man, strong, you are IPOB. You have seen what you want in Nnamdi Kanu. Why do you want to go and waste your time? So let's go ahead, man. Just finish what you want to say, my brother. Hello? Did you drop off? I'm sorry. I didn't cut you off, but I thought you didn't finish what you wanted to say. Actually, the point I'm trying to make is, let me continue now that he has left. I was just trying to interject, but unfortunately, you can still call us back. Don't get offended that I cut you off. I did not cut you off on purpose. I was just saying something and hoping that we are going to come back and finish what you were saying. So, if you go out there and listen, I don't want, USA too, we don't have time for that. If I want to get those informations, I will go there myself and listen, but I will not because I have enough. I have more things to do with my life. What am I going there to listen to? No. We are too big for that. We have gotten to a point. Like I said, IPOB is like an attractor, imago magnet. Ububatagi like this, you don't want to listen to what anybody else is saying, and that's me. Nnamdi Kanu is a fraud, yes, he is. Nnamdi Kanu Nakubumadi, yes, he is. Onwere Jeep, onwere Prado, onwere na one man Alpha motor. I don't really know which one is which. Because you go there to listen to this crap. And then you don't bring it here. Ekwuru m okwu this morning, onye si gotoro gbagbuo gị ịnọ ya. Then just say na onye si gotoro gbagbuo gị. Ọmụ gwara gotoro gbagbuo gị, not onye akwu. What they say there has nothing to do with us. You have a radio station when they na-ege 15 people, 20 people. Then you bruise their problem, where millions of people are listening. You are part of the problem. You are part of it. I said I gave a story here. I didn't know about Radio Biafra. I didn't know there was anything called Radio Biafra until one day I was driving and I had this conversation that was going on radio. And somebody said, I have jammed Radio Biafra. And I said, what? We found out about Radio Biafra. That was a conversation in one of the NBC top notches. He said, Then I started looking for Radio Biafra. I didn't know there was anything called Radio Biafra. So that's how because in an attempt to say we jammed it. We jammed Radio Biafra. I didn't know. There were many people who didn't know there was anything called Radio Biafra. From that single sentence, we started looking. You are expanding them. Don't listen to them and come to my station to talk because I know that they are saying things. I don't care. I do not give a thinking hoot. I will not even waste my time listening to them. I have no reason to. When Iruanya and the rest of them left, they even sent me the app. I never listened to it for one day. Today, I don't even know if they are there. Why do I have to worry myself with things like that when I know it's not going to be beneficial to me in any shape or form? What are they going to say? Oh, and that's not me. Let's take a call. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Iyke Peters, welcome to the program. Yes. There we.
Okay. I am Papa Jolly from Ugeb, sir, at POB.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the program.
Yes. We have been long, really, sir.
Yes.
Because of our station. In fact, my colleague is here with his phone.
Okay.
That's why we are making a call.
Your station is not working yet. Ugeb is not on air.
It's not on air, sir. In fact, we are finding it difficult here.
Okay.
That's why we don't communicate with you. But we know as time goes on, things will soon be all right.
Yes.
Yes. Really, we are formidable on ground, and we are actually out with these useless Fulani people who are from Sahel, coming here to own and say this is their land. Well, I think Ugeb will not be suitable for them anyway. We are on ground.
Yes.
And we are taking them all to where they come from. Let our volunteers be there doing their work. We here at home, we are here as home police. We are here as home volunteers. No problem. You know where we are, what we are doing here. Thank you very much.
There we. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. 5703528442 plus 19294069953. There's something here very funny. This says NBC, that's National Broadcasting Commission. The National Broadcasting Corporation has ordered media houses in the country to cautiously report the issue of insecurity, particularly around the Fulani. This kind of thing. Can you imagine what they are talking about? National Commission Radio Broadcasting Service is telling the people, the media houses, not to report, to be very cautious of when they talk about Fulani headsmen. Oh, feels so sad. It's very, very sad indeed. Let me take a call. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. What happened to the WhatsApp line? The line just went off. I was trying to get. So, like I said, they are warning them not. Look at what they are concerning themselves with. Telling people what to report, to be cautious in this day and age, when every single person with a camera or a cell phone can become a media house. They still think they are still relevant. When the hip hop is what is reigning. What is wrong with these people? NBC warning people, media houses, not to report too much about Fulani. Oh, no, well. I had wrong at all. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Turn down your radio, please.
All right, thank you so much, Mike Peters. I've been trying for a while now, but hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You're online. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Mazi. I'm calling from Vienna, Austria here.
There we
Yeah. Thank you so much. And you have been trying being there for us from day one. So I also thank Mazi Nandekano, our leader, for his great work. I don't know how to say this, but I think we need to rectify actually what is something about us. I'm sounding from what Mazi Pastor Kelechi said. So we really need to do something about it, because the whole world is listening, and the complaint of such complaint is not is not okay to be on board. To be in this issue. So I'm thinking that we still have a lot of Mazi Chamoko there, or maybe those days that are still working with him, or I don't know, but we really need to look into all those issues of finance. And actually, our the head of finance, Mazi Nenyanya, I don't know why they overhead her. You know what I'm saying? That is, I think all those financing of it need need to be coming from her, if you know exactly where I'm going. So it's just she's the head of finance, and things are happening like this. It doesn't make sense, and we need to put our things standard. That is like we are worldwide. We are in satellite, and we are everywhere. And although I spoke with Mazi Chinedu last time about what is the kind of something I feel like is not good in this platform, but he understood it, and I think they also rectify it very nice. So like this complaint now is very, very serious, and it's not something to be played with. When something is all about money, is very, very different and serious stuff. And gossip, our people, especially men, they gossip so much. So please, we need to rectify it and also say it on this platform also, because this platform is not to be played with, and also is all what we got for real. This is our bomb, is our missile, is our everything, and this is where we also learn history. Our histories are not being played in our schools. They hide everything for us. So this is all what we got in everything, in all our life. This platform made me, as I'm talking to you right now, is this platform that made me who I am, like to grow up more in reasoning, because reasoning is human being. And also when reasoning, and you don't know who you are, but other people, that's like your enemy knows you more than you know yourself. Those enemies can use you anyhow as you want, and just wallowing in darkness and all that. So please, we need to rectify it, and also say this here in this same platform, so that the Eastern security, we need to donate, we need to support these guys. So let's dika kesi aso ya na vina say ofu aka tota na aka Obelensi maybe Iyke or something like that. One Tikolonsi or maybe Iyke.
Thank you.
You understand my point?
Yes, Ndeo. Wendu.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. This is Radio Biafra. You are still taking calls here at 646-920-4541. Let me see how a call coming in on WhatsApp. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Peter, good afternoon from here. Mazi below. I'm from Aka, calling from Mozambique.
Thank you.
Good afternoon from here. 100% IPO. Bebe olu no do Chineke drone na hachko ka bia ma ise. Man let's do hope internet hope after na this frog la. Aka ga bi hanala. Yeah, Mazi, what some things him chere to aka because sometimes ashuna ihe na emenu o ka bia ya bu isi kpere ya no 1 week ya bu isi okpotokpo. Because ihe ọba na-eme na IPOB akọtọtete nwanne nwoke siri kwuo ka a ga-achọ n'ebe a ga na-acheleje na biko ka ọ hapụ ka onye na-enye aka na-enyere onye ọbụla aka biko ọ nwekwara nwanne nwoke kwuru ka for this ihe gbasara language issue Portuguese language ọwụ ihe ndị a niile emecha ya organize ọ ga-adịkwa mma my brother ọkwara 1 hour time so that after emecha the broadcast asha akwa onye ọbụla na-asha akwa ebe ndị ahụ obi n'ime ka ha na-atụ ihe na because if you tell people here Biafra ọ ga anyị jeka na-ekwu here ha nke da akpachi ha na-ekwu beti mana ọ bụ ihe ndị a na-abịa na WhatsApp na-ese na group here WhatsApp here Mozambique anyị na-esedekwa some topic for group WhatsApp ha na-atụ ha na-enwe ihe ebe na Biafra like mangara ahụ ka today nwe m na-ekwu onye ụkọchukwu yes ha na-anụ Biafra before ihe ndị a niile kwesịrị na-adị ọ na-adị n'akwụkwọ so that emecha broadcast na afọwọd ọrịa ndị ka ahụ ihe na-adabagara anyị ya nke ọzọ ka bịa wụrụ ya anyị nwere lot of members our peoples in like ọlụ na anyị nwere mmadụ ihe na-eme n'ọlụ kamgbe echi Imo State as a whole ebe ọka eme njọ ọlụ na nkwanụ ọlụ na lot of isi ihe niile sometimes every corner ọlụ nụkwa some part of area mana ọka dị nga anyị ọka dị nga ogene rete Biafra dị ekwu n'ọlụ anyị ọ bụrụ na a ga-enye anyị ndị ọlụ anyị dị aka krede Biafra tigre dị ọ ga-ekere anyị mma because na anyị nwere mmadụ na-akpa nkwanụ anyị nwere nkwa na-akwa aka n'obi ọlụ ihe na-akpọtụ n'ọlụ a na-ekwu security police this community police ọ ndị ya nsogbu na-agba ama n'ọlụ ọ bụ since na anyị nwere kwesịrị aka anyị tirede Biafra ha na-ege ihe a na-ekwu batụ na onye na-agba ama aka kpata ya na a ga-eme ihe mere a ga-ji bụ ka ewu beta enweghị Biafra dị ọ bụrụ na enweghị ego m na-eweta for Radio Biafra beta enwe ndị ga na-eweta ego for Radio Biafra enwe ndị ready to do it ndị a niile ma ndị na Amerịka anyị na-ekwu okwu ka na-ekwukwu ndị nche anyị n'ọlụ a na-ekwukwu ndị ihe ha ndị Radio Biafra n'ọlụ ọ da-alụ ọrụ ka ịta ga-esi were aga n'iru ihe na-emere n'ọlụ Radio Biafra na-arụ ọrụ ọka ndị ebe ka ndị mmadụ ga-eredo Biafra ọ bụrụ na agaghị atụta nwa ego ọ bụrụ na agaghị eke nwaanyị ego anyị atụ n'ọlụ mechie ya si gba ndị ga-emenwe ya meje ka ha mee ọ ga-ike mma like that because anyị nwere mmadụ nwa nwere nkwa na-akwa aka n'obi diho ndị nne nna ahọtọviye ka m sị na 50% ndị n'isi n'ihe n'ọlụ awụchaghị ọlụ beti stil dịkwa nwere ike ime na ahụ na Radio Biafra adịkwu ka dị itinye ha na forum ndị ọlụ ha mapụgasịa ha gba nkịta anyị na-ekwu ka na-ekwuwachi isi ha nwere ike itinye ya ọnụ gbaziere ya aka ọka mma na-eji aka ọma mma n'ụlọ ọ jọgbe nwe na njọ ọka mma na-eji amaghị mma n'ụlọ ọ jọgbe nwe na njọ asị mmadụ ga-ebute aka n'ikpe mbere ebili ọtọ ya home don't let your home gịnị gịdị outside the popular outside ma n'ụlọ gị dịghị popular ọ dịghị ụmụnna gị ejigbo gị na nshi biko na anọ m na-ekere na-eke ọgụ m na Biafra for onye ọbụla Biafra for everybody mana ọlụ ahụ dị anyị mkpa n'Imo steeti anọ n'Imo steeti na today na IPM ọwụ ọlụ n'Igbo chekwa egwu eziokwu ọlụ isi ahụ ka ọ bụ n'Imo steeti bet ndị steeti na-agha anya anyị na-akọwụsị nwa anyị na-eje ka na-ahaziri ihe niile na-eme n'ọlụ Imo steeti na-edepụ ọlụ anya ọ dị bad tinye n'ọnụ n'ihe na-eme n'ọlụ ọlụ adịghị organize with Imo steeti ha na-akọpụta ọfụma ndị na-eche Imo steeti home and abroad na foreign enwe ike na-ekwu ụka n'ihe bụ ndebe ọzọ ọ bụ sọsọ ndị ọlụ na-ekwu ụka dị ọ dị bad biko maazị lekwasị n'ọlụ anya ọlụ ihe na-eme n'ọlụ mụ mmadụ like thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Obilo. Let's take another one. Caller on WhatsApp, on private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Mazi, Iyke Peter, good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for taking my call. Mazi, I want to, first of all, appreciate your good work towards your people. You know, there's something that you said earlier when you started this broadcast. You said something that those people that normally say, if war, upon if war, upon if war. I do tell some people that if you see any man, elderly man, who we are shouting, "Umaka ono kusiya uneme," na war, if be war. These are the people, the elders that their parents were hiding under bed, that never participated in the war. I don't see a man who will fight for Biafra war and see what is going on now in IPOB and still telling you, don't talk about Biafra, don't talk about Biafra. Did you see war? Okay, look at you now. You fought the war. And look at the eager and how happy you are in order to participate for the same thing you fought for it to come to pass in your own time. That is when you know that indeed you fought for the war. The same thing will repeat itself in this our own time. You see, this our IPOB. You will see people that never even know what is happening. When Biafra come now under IPOB, which I know is sure, there will be the one that say that they will be lying a kind of lie for their children that they are the one that fought the war and they bring Biafra to them. They do this, they contribute in this, but they never participated in it. It will happen. They will do it, you know, because their children are not. But I am suggesting, if our leadership can do this, if there's any way, the names of every member, both those that participated and later sabotage the struggle, where their name will be written, so that if he come and lie to your children, they will go to the board, they will go everywhere and check if your name is there, being a father. If your name is not there, they will come back and say, Daddy, I didn't see your name here. How come you are telling me that? You know, so these are we have our own will never be like that, because that is the reason why you can see an old man come out say, don't talk about war. Did they witness war? Don't talk about Biafra. These children for war. No. Now, Mazi, I want to ask, please, I forgot. My name is Prince Sunday Naman. I am calling from United Arab Emirates as I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Mazi, I want to know, in all the politicians in Igbo land, are they up to 5,000 in number? Both local government and all the politicians in Igbo are they up to 5,000 in number?
It depends on what you make of politician. Most of them are not politicians; they are just jobbers.
I doubt if they're up to that. Because the reason why I say this, I just read out what Dave Omai was saying. I was laughing. I talked to myself. I said, for you to understand that these people doesn't have anything, they don't have us in their heart as citizens. What they are actually representing is their own self and their family. How can Dave Omai said that what our leader Mazi Nandokan is doing is standing in their chance of being a president in 2023? And he mentioned something, and I captured that in. He said, how do you want us to be fighting Fulani while we know that their brother is in power? It means that even the Fulanis that killing our people morning to the night, they will not say anything because their brother is in the power, and they are actually looking to take power from those their brothers. My brother, it's an evidence that the people doesn't have us in their heart. And where he was saying that in, I believe that the people that were listening to him, we are not up to 1,000. So we carry the majority. Majority carry the vote. We are the majority. We, the people, say we don't want Igbo presidency. We don't need it. We are millions that are following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What they are doing is just run around the bush, which they cannot say what you want. We, the people, said we don't need Igbo president. We need our own nation. Yes. We need our freedom. And that is where we stand.
So.
Now, I am saying, our leader, please, you give them 14 days. Let's be going that 14 days. I'm still counting the days.
Yes.
Once you reach that 14 days, we must our Eastern Security Network must take action immediately. Yes. They must go action and start it immediately. We don't need to look at anybody again, because you know why I ask if they are up to 5,000 in number, all the Igbo politicians, which I doubt if they are up to 5,000 in number, we outnumber them. We will say what we want. They will not determine what we are going to, how our future will be. We will determine our future by ourselves. That is the only thing I want to say. And another thing before I drop, Mazi Peter.
Yes.
As nebe wata nebe akwa atu aka. Niya no here, niya no here.
Yes.
This our brother called from Lagos and here complain. The thing touches me. It hurt me by coming like that. Say it, but there's nothing we can do. Nobody knows how long he has laid this complaint for people to say something, and nothing is done for him to come out. The same Kelechi now come out speaking your platform yesterday, and he has been calling speaking, and he has never mentioned something like this. I think there's something wrong. Something is very serious. So our leadership, please, should look into this matter. Beacon.
Okay.
Beacon. Oya ne kire gradom Beacon too.
That's correct. That's correct.
Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you so much. There's nothing wrong with investigating anything. Kelechi has called. I'm going to try to see if I can get to him at the end of the broadcast to find out what his problem is. Actually, it's very, like I said before, it will not, you know, it means that it's a surprise, something you didn't expect, and it just comes in and there's no way you can stop it. He is a regular caller on this program. He's somebody who's been calling and contributing. So, unfortunately, like I said before on programs, I don't even keep names of those who call, but I just pick the calls as they come in. Anybody that calls in, I just pick your call. I don't want any name to know anybody's name. So I wasn't picking it because it was Kelechi, but so what he said actually took me unaware. I have a call. Good morning. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Peters. Good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, sir. It's Chinemeremon calling from Ghana. I hear from Nsukka in Enugu province. I just want to contribute on what Fulani people are doing in our land, and the great effort of our leader Mazi Kanu and the ESN. We really thank Elohim for you people, for our great leader, for ESN. Most of our people that went home during the season, they are all happy that every area, every place is calm. So, but I still want to complain, and more especially in our area, Nsukka, where those Fulani herdsmen have occupied many land through all the so-called Igwes in those communities. Even our leader has mentioned one of the Igwe there. Igwe of Ekwebe. If you went to that community, there's one place they call the Agu Ekwebe. Fulani people has taken over all the whole land, and they are because our own chief, the chief of Agu Opi, our own community, pursued them out from our own land in that Agu. But because we are neighboring community with that Agu Ekwebe, they are penetrating from coming into our land again through that Agu Ekwebe. So it's very, very. I just want to complain this again. Despite that our leader has mentioned the name of that he has mentioned name and everything. The same one and called Igwe Waziri in Udenu Kago they're taking all the land and giving it to Fulani people. The same thing to all these people we in the supposedly in having a more becoming land to plenty people. So we pray that as our leader has given all the Eastern values, not something like.
My brother, your line is breaking. We can't understand. Your words are not being coordinated. We're hearing you, but we're not making sense. I don't know why. Let's give you a more trial and see if he's gonna. Because if he continues, then I have to take off your call and take another call. Go ahead. Your line is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but your line is breaking. Hello? We cannot coordinate. Your words are breaking. I don't know why it is doing so. The Wi-Fi here is okay. I don't know if it's on your end or if it has to do with your phone. Unfortunately, we have to cut you off. You have to come back. Call us back when you're trying to see if your line is better. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Peters. We're taking calls here 646-920-4541. What I need to do right now is probably take a short break and I'll be back again. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
Some say if I sing this song they will tell me. I say no way for them. Do not tell the customer who is saying the fact. If you tell the customer, you are telling the truth. Yeah, man. Some say if you sing this song, they will chase you. Do not chase the customer who is saying the truth. Yeah, man. If you chase the customer, you are chasing the truth. Never harass the customer who is crying for freedom. Shall we die before you come to our rescue? Shall we die before you come to our rescue? I'm asking the world. They are killing my people, the innocent souls. Oh my God, France. Oh my God. Politicians in this country, their salaries are excessive. Not even good to mention with mouth. When the Babylonians were messing up, God say you know one them. They are pushing us to the wall. When Babylonians were messing up, Jebina you say you know one them. Fire chase them and burn them. Don't kill the Rastaman. Don't kill the truth. There is a research on Nigeria. They say no way. When they say research on Nigeria, some say no go walk. They say research on Nigeria. Some say no way. No way, no way. Why stopping the people going? Shall we die before you come to our rescue? I'm asking the world. Shall we die before you come to our rescue? Shall we die before you come to our rescue? Get up, get up, get up. Shall we die before you come to our rescue? Israel! free the people of God. Biafra is reality. Nandekalu, you cannot fight this alone. They want to join you. Biafra's agitation, we don't fight anymore. We don't want to fight again. We are praying for freedom. Give them Biafra in the next 20 years. Your country will be paradise. Go on to the Sibaja. Give them Biafra in the next 50 years. They will become one power. We told Donald J. Trump. Give them Biafra in the next 5 years. We'll become their slaves and be begging for food. Nigeria told you rest of us. Give them Biafra in the next 50 years. Each other will be richer than the governor. The economy said. Is it wrong to beg for freedom? Is it wrong to stay alone? We call on you.
And yes. You saw what happened in Orlu. If it's not, like our leader said, that what's happening in Obibo cannot repeat again in our land. So that is why what's happening in Orlu, everybody can see that if not this our security outfit, Orlu will go on fire. So that's to show you these people, these Janjaweed. They cannot go to Sambisa Forest or to North. That place, you can see what Boko Haram are doing that place. But they keep on coming to our land. These Janjaweed governors we have in our midst, but their days are numbered. This year is the year of saboteur. Is the cleansing of saboteurs. So they will see what, we are made of. So Mazi, thank you for the job you are doing for us. May God bless you and your family. That shows that you are a man indeed. All those working assiduously to make sure that Biafra is restored. May God bless you people and too. Guide and protect you people wherever you people go. Thank you. Remember blessed, Mazi.
All right, there's this clip that I saw about MNK Iroebu splitting to the Abia state government. That Ishikwato is under siege. Not only Ishikwato, every other place. Let's listen to him clip briefly. I wanted to use that at the beginning of the program, but unfortunately I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. I just found it now. So let's listen to him. Okay, it looks like I downed it up.
Cannot talk on this issue. I've tried to see if I can just look away from it, but it's becoming a more and more problem for us who are from a Sukwato local government area. The insecurity in a Sukwato local government area is becoming extremely frightening, scary, and it calls to question everything that the people of Isukwato is known of. We are called the land of generals, but obviously the insecurity in the local government has made us land of, I don't know what to call it again. It's now land of probably puppets. I don't understand. It's a problem. Kidnappings in Isukwato has increased consistently. There is no road now that you can use to drive into Isukwato and your heart will not be in your intestine or you will not get scared. I have said this thing, this is on social media. I said probably until one prominent person is killed, maybe from between Uturu to Isukweto, or maybe from Akoli to Isukweto, or maybe from Unonya to the main town, until one prominent person is killed and blood, a serious blood is shed, then that might be when the people will rise up to defend themselves. Or do we need a Sunday Idoho or Iboho in Isukwato? I don't understand. What exactly is the government doing? What is the local government chairman doing, the new elected one? What exactly are they doing? Nobody is making statements. Nobody is making any move. Nobody is even reassuring the people that there is hope. Nobody is doing anything. Look at this vehicle here. This is a brand, this is a Range Rover that was shot pieces on that same road. This is a Range Rover shot on that same road. You can see bullets everywhere on this Range Rover, every part of it. And I gathered that the person that drove this Range Rover, they were kidnapped and they paid 22 million naira. 22 million naira. Just yesterday, somebody was killed on that same road and nobody is saying anything. Look at it here. This person was killed, was shot on that same road by kidnappers between Akoli and Akara, which is in the Isukwato local government area. Nobody is saying anything. No statement from government, no statement from local government chairman. The local government chairman has not even visited this place. No statement, no action plan, nothing to tell us this is the plan they have to protect the people. Nothing. If there are kidnap cases around this area, kidnap cases, they have not gone less than 50 kidnap cases. And kidnappers have collected not above 100 million from that axis.
That's good.
My media house, AF News, we have gone there some time ago to expose the part of that place. What exactly are leadership doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The police officers you see there, they'll only be parked at a particular station and they'll be collecting money from motorists. Nothing again they do. Meanwhile, kidnapping is still going on. It is becoming very scary. And how do we expect our sons and daughters who are staying outside this state or this country to even come back home when this kind of crime is going on? Every day, between Akoli to Accra, there is always kidnapping cases. Kidnap cases every single day. This video, I'm not here to just complain. It's not just about complaining. It's about asking leadership to rise up to the occasion.
Oh, yeah.
It's about telling the people of Isukwato that it is time to rise up to the occasion. We cannot keep sitting docile. We cannot keep sitting and waiting for leaders to take action.
The point is that, you know why I laugh? Why this is so funny for me. It's not funny anyway, but I have to laugh over it. He's telling the leadership to wake up. Which leadership? You see the kind of money you're spending when you're kidnapped. And we have ESN that we're asking you to support. I know some communities here in the United States that call themselves different Igbo communities. Oh, we are collecting money to put the vigilante in my village. You are fooling yourselves. We have ESN, which is a central security for everybody. When they kidnap you, you spend 20 million, you spend 100 million. But when we are asking you to make a little donation, a little contribution to support these volunteers that have come in to save us, to save our families, it becomes a big thing for you. Well, I am happy. The pain is, everybody's feeling the pain right now. This is not just IPOB. So we are counting days. These Fulanis, we are going to deal with you. There's no doubt about it. It's just a matter of time. Go back to where you come from. Get away from our land. Get away from our land and stop all this robbery because you're living in the bushes. That's where you operate from. The so-called police, which we have none, there's nothing called police in Biafra land. They are all there, like you said, they're there sitting in the street collecting money. That's all they do. There's no security, there's nothing happening in the land. We cannot live and sleep in our homes. ESN is here to stay. These are volunteers that have given up on everything, that have come in to make sure that we go to bed and sleep soundly. I am not going to take any more of your time. I cannot take any more calls at this time because that means people have to keep talking. Radio Biafra USA 1 is coming in, and I need you to stay tuned. Don't go away. Unfortunately, there are people that I could have liked to talk to this morning, but unfortunately, they can't get through. Somebody sent me an inbox yesterday that it looks like I'm trying to avoid him. No, I am not avoiding anybody, to be precise with you. When you make your calls, I pick them as they come in. It depends on when you make your call. If you make your call at the heat or when somebody is talking, like I saw somebody when I said, and I need a short break, I want to go to use the restroom or something, I saw the phone ringing on that person. Unfortunately, I can't pick it up. Now I came back and I've been waiting for him to call back. He didn't call back. So these are the people that will tell me, oh, you're deliberately avoiding my call. No, my brother, I am not. I definitely not. Certainly not avoiding anybody's call. I pick these calls as they come. From me to you, let us not forget that Biafra is our religion. And Radio Biafra is what? That's where we worship, and we'll keep worshiping. Happy Sunday to each and of you. I'll be with you again, God's willing, tomorrow at the same time. From here, it's goodbye.
Get it.